Again, you're somebody that is looking for a way to build up your credit profile, add a primary trade line to your credit reports, add positive payment history every single month, while at the same time keeping your debt to income ratio low so that you can get your home loan in the next few months without it being an issue. But this is the reason why nobody can mess with Navy Federal. Nobody, hands down. The Navy Fed pledge loan hack is still, bar none, the best credit building strategy on the market, right? Just flat out. I know that there's a whole bunch of credit builder products. I cover a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of different strategies. I'm going to show you today, if you're somebody that is trying to build up your credit profile, this is the smartest way that you can possibly do it. And I'm going to show you why. And I'm going to actually take the words from a lender and show you that. I'm going to show you that with the words of another lender. Yesterday, I did a video explaining that Zillow is releasing a program that's going to help first-time home buyers get their first home, right? This is going to be a down payment assistance program where the borrower only has to put up 1%. Zillow is going to put up the 2%. Now you have 3%, and then you can put that towards your down payment. It's only going to be for Arizona. There's a lot of restrictions. Not all homes in Arizona are going to be eligible, but that's cool. We're not worried about that right now. What I want you to worry about is at the end, at the very bottom of that press release, the Zillow mortgage team basically gave us several things that we need to do as a borrower. Number 4 is what I want us to really pay attention to. This is the beauty of the Navy Fed pledge loan. Hold off on financing large new purchases. Wait to make purchases that need to be financed, such as a car, until after you close on a home. This type of purchase will impact your debt to income ratio. For the duration of this particular video, I just want you to think about debt to income ratio. And this is the lenders from Zillow basically telling you your DTI, your debt to income ratio, is one of the biggest things that's going to impact if you can qualify for a loan, and if you're able to get a qualification for a loan, like if you can get your pre-qual or your pre-approval. Your debt to income is going to basically determine whether or not you can get that super big home, that medium big home, or that tiny home that you really don't want, but that's all you could qualify for. Your 3-digit FICO score is important. Your credit profile is more important, and your DTI is a part of your credit profile. You can have an 830 FICO score. That does not mean that you're guaranteed to get $1 million home loan. What the lender is going to do is when they pull your credit profile, they're going to say, okay, great, you have an 800 credit score. Good job. Now let me see your bank statements and let me see how much you're making from your job. Because I'm not going to give you $1 million loan or a $500,000 loan or $100,000 PLOC if you don't have the income to support it, or if you have too much debt hanging over your head. I'm not about to give you a loan if you owe Peter, Paul, Jimmy, Tyrone $50,000 each. One slip up, you're not going to pay me back. They're going to look at your income, and they're also going to look at how many other people do you owe. Now, why do I say all this? The Navy Fed pledge loan is the best way to build up your credit profile, build up your 3-digit FICO score, the best way to build a relationship with the biggest and arguably the best credit union in the nation, while at the same time keeping your debt to income ratio low. Let me explain that. How does that work? Right? Most of you guys have seen this before. This is the website for the pledge loan from Navy Federal, right? Certificate pledge loan. And you can see here, you can determine whether or not you want to have a 12-month pledge loan, 18-month pledge loan, 24-month. And you could also, let me make this very big because this is super, super important. So when you're trying to do the pledge loan hack, you can put 1,000, you can put 10,000, you can put 20, 50, up to $100,000 to create a pledge loan. Why do people try to opt in for these super huge, large amounts, right? There's something called like for like or similar products. There's no bank that really wants to give you a $25,000 credit card if you don't have another bank giving you high credit card limit credit cards. No bank really wants to give you a $50,000 PLOC, and they look at your credit reports and they're like, hold on, no other bank gave you a $20,000 loan before or a $10,000 loan before. and you're coming to me for $50,000? Hold on, that don't even make sense. I don't want to be the first person to take the risk to give you this huge loan, and you haven't paid anybody else back, or you haven't showed the ability or the capability to pay down a big loan. I don't want to do that. That's how most banks think. The beauty with the pledge loan is if you had 20, 50, 100,000, you can take that 100,000, give it to Navy Fed, call them up and say, hey, I want to do the Navy Fed pledge loan. Open up a certificate pledge loan for me. They're going to say, great, cool, got you. They're going to take that money, they're going to put it into a certificate of deposit, and they're going to lock that bad boy up. They're going to lock it. Then they're going to give you the same amount in a loan, right? They're going to give you the same amount in a loan. So your cash is tied up in the CD, and they're going to loan you the same amount. What most people do, whether it's a couple of days after they open up the pledge loan, or some people wait until it actually hits on their statement. So they may wait maybe 30, 45 days. Everybody kind of does it a different way, but it doesn't matter for the sake of this conversation. What most people do is they take 90 to 95% of that loan amount and they immediately pay down that loan. So they get 90 to 95% of their money back, right? This is how people are able to build a relationship with the biggest and best credit union in the nation. This is how we're able to get a primary trade line added, and a huge primary trade line added, not a micro loan, but a huge loan that's going to report to your credit reports. And because you're paying down 90 to 95% almost immediately or within a few weeks, that DTI, remember when Zillow was telling us about the DTI? Where is it at? Right here. Boom. That DTI is not going to negatively impact you. So you're going to get all the benefits showing on your credit profile that you have the ability to take a large loan and pay it off without missing payments, without being late, nothing. This is why it's so impactful. Now, why do I keep harping on the DTI? There are a whole bunch of other, Self, Credit Strong. There's a whole bunch of other credit builder products out there that do a good job of giving you primary trade lines, helping you get positive history, keeping your credit profile from being too thin, right? They do a whole bunch of good things. The problem is, and let me actually show you, right? If you go to, this is Credit Strong's website, right? And I'm not bashing Credit Strong because I've done multiple videos on Credit Strong on my channel. They are a legit company. I still will recommend them in certain instances, but I'm going to show you there is a specific way on how you can use a company like Credit Strong. But again, just like how I used the words from Zillow to show you how DTI is so important, let's take the words from Credit Strong and let's see what the difference is. Why do I keep saying that the pledge loan is still the king? It's still the champ and nobody can mess with it, right? So again, if you're not familiar with Credit Strong, they have a revolving product, they have an installment product. But let's say, to continue this example, right? Let's say you're somebody that's like, you know what? I have cash reserve, but I have a very thin credit profile, man. I have basically nothing reporting on my credit profile, but I do want to get personal line of credits and business line of credits, and I do want to get 30, 40, 50,000 in unsecured credit card funding. But dang, there's nothing really reporting on my credit report. You can go to a company like Credit Strong and they're going to give you a product to help you with that, right? And let's say you want to have a $25,000 installment loan reporting on your credit profile. We already discussed why you want that, right? It's going to show that, hey, I'm somebody that's responsible. I can take out a loan for $25,000 and I can repay it back without no lates, without nobody chasing me down, without it going into collections. I'm responsible. So that right there is the message that I want to convey to all the other banks. Hey, other banks, you see, I got this loan on my credit report. It's a huge loan. I paid it on time every single month without a problem. And I've been paying it on time for 24 months. Now, when I come to you, Chase, when I come to you, US Bank, and you pull my credit reports and you see this installment loan, I want you guys to feel a little bit more comfortable dealing with me. That's basically the message that we're trying to convey. But again, let's continue with this example. So if I want to put a $25,000 installment account on my credit profile and I go to Credit Strong, you see I have to pay $449 a month. They are going to report that $25,000 installment account. It is going to demonstrate that I'm able to repay on my larger credit obligations. They are absolutely right. It's going to supercharge my personal credit for business purposes. They are right again. They're going to build up to 60 months of payment history right again, because every month I'm going to be paying that. But there's two problems. Number one, how much you're paying. $449, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that you have to be responsible for and pay every single month. Another thing that you got to keep in mind is, and let me actually take the other screenshot, all these things Credit Strong is telling you is 1,000% correct. Let's look at what Credit Strong on their own website is going to tell you that is a potential negative, that is a potential con when you're trying to get this $25,000 installment loan reporting on your credit reports. You plan to apply for a home loan soon and are concerned about your DTI. The same way if I went to a dealership and I said, yo, I need a $25,000 auto loan. I go get that loan, boom, it's going to report the next month on my credit reports. Hey, Joel from Money Codes, he got a $25,000 installment loan. And that loan, I didn't pay it off immediately, so that loan is going to now weigh me down. If I go to any of these other banks and say, hey Chase, hey Bank of America, hey US Bank, I need another loan. Again, my credit score might be good, but one of the things that they're going to look at is, okay, your credit score is good, you make this amount of money, but dang, you just got a $25,000 loan here from the dealership. We're not going to be able to give you a whole lot because you're now starting to stretch yourself out a little bit too thin. We don't really trust that you're going to be able to pay this auto loan, the bills that you already have, and this loan that you're asking for. I don't know if we're going to give that to you, or we'll give you a loan, but we're not going to give you how much you're looking for. We're going to have to lowball you. I think we can only trust you and give you maybe $5,000. That is what having a high debt to income ratio is going to do to you. So if you're somebody, and let's tie it right back in. We're going to tie everything back in. If you're somebody that is looking at Zillow, or you're looking at any of these down payment assistance programs, you're like, you know what? I need to get a home loan now. I've been working on my credit. I need to get a home loan. And you go to someone like a Credit Strong and you get that $25,000 installment loan on your credit report. It's going to help you get positive payment history. It's going to add credit mix, but that DTI is now weighing down your credit profile, and it's going to negatively impact your ability to get more money from other banks. Right? This screenshot, I didn't make this screenshot up. You can find this on Credit Strong's website. If you plan to apply for a home loan soon and are concerned about your DTI, you might not want to get this product, at least now. So these are the words coming straight from Credit Strong, right? And they're being honest about that, and I'm glad that they did that. This is why I keep saying the pledge loan still is king, because not only can I add a $25,000 installment loan, I could add a $50,000 installment loan. I could add a $100,000 installment loan. Have that installment loan report to my credit reports. Pay down 95% of it within a matter of days or weeks. So now when I go back to the lenders and they pull my credit reports, they're going to see, yeah, I got a good 3-digit FICO score. Salute. Yeah, you got credit mix. Salute. Oh, you got a loan from Navy Federal. Oh, that's what's up. You paid it down. You paid most of it down. That's what's up. No lates. Excellent. What type of loan do you need? According to our calculation, according to our computer system, we'll get you the loan that you want for your dream home. No problem. That is the difference between Navy Fed, right? That's the difference between Navy Fed and their pledge loan and any other type of credit builder product on the market. But now you know, if you're looking to buy a home relatively soon, like in the next few months, you do not want to get this plan right here. Not because it's bad, not because they're scamming you, not because they're evil. No, it's because how it's going to impact your credit profile. Hopefully I convinced you why the Navy Fed pledge loan, specifically the pledge loan hack, is still the king. And if you're serious about it, find a way to get into Navy Federal, right? Hopefully you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Peace.